Pisces, this is going to be your full moon reading for September 13th into the 14th. And that'll fall on a Friday the 13th. Ooh, yay, super cool. And good luck for everybody is what I think. So some people may think differently. I always find it to be a really lucky day for me. I'm gonna do something cool for sure. Let's get a card for you to just get the overall energy of what you might be feeling, Pisces. It is going to be a full moon in Pisces, so definitely might be feeling this one a little extra heavy compared to other full moons throughout the year. Whoops, that one wanted to come out. But it should be pretty good. Look, adjustments are required. So during this full moon energy, you may be facing a point where you have to make an adjustment. Now that can be in a lot of different areas, right? That could be in our work, our home, our relationships. That could be, the way, our ethical values, the way we act at work. There's so many different ways that this could come about. This could be how we act with our peers at school. So adjustments will be required. Let's see if we can get some advice and see if we can kind of hone in on where those adjustments might be required. Because we will have a lot of balance with spirituality and practicality. Pisces are going to really feel that extra, as every sign will be feeling it, but Pisces will feel it a little bit deeper because the moon will be in your sign, Pisces. Even though we're in Virgo season, it's still a full moon in Pisces. And sometimes those can be pretty heavy and emotional, right? Okay, heed your dreams. So with this card, you may be having a lot of messages and inspiration, and even those psychic, little dreams that you guys get, little spotlights of what's happening. So heed your dreams around this full moon. Maybe even keep a dream journal if you're able, because there may be some messages in your dreams that are going to be really important for you around this full moon time, and it may even tell you how you can make the adjustments. You may get the answers in your dreams. So let's see what's going on. Yeah, whatever you're dreaming about around the full moon, with Pisces having that full moon, you're going to definitely be tapping into those higher octaves of your psychic ability and be able to really pull out some deeper intuition and that deeper inner guidance. It's going to really help you figure out what those adjustments are. So now that we've honed that in, let's get some tarot cards. Let's see if we can get a little... These cards are going crazy. Try that again. They just spread out like some huge fan. That was interesting. Okay. Alright, we have death coming, or I'm sorry, detach. I apologize. That's 11. Detach. We have 8. Moving on. We have 14. Balance. And then we have another 8. Helpless and hopeless. Now, 8s are always going to be where you're needed to find your strength. Find your inner strength, find your inner guidance. That can, in many ways, be many different things depending on the suit, right? Because we don't have the actual strength card. But we do have 2 8s, and we have 2 major arcanas. So let's start to break this down and see if we can figure out what's going on here. Now, we have justice. Now, justice always comes through when karma needs to happen, or when there's a balancing that needs to happen. And sometimes that's just an awareness in ourselves. Awareness of where we need balance. And a detach, okay, so letting go. Sometimes our scales are unbalanced because something's weighing us down, because we need to let it go. And you may get those answers in your dreams of what that is that you need to detach from. It could be maybe your past that you're carrying around, old baggage. It could be a person that no longer is good for you, doesn't serve your purpose or your mission in life. And, resists it or something, or, you know, there's so many layers to this, and it can be different for each Pisces. You know, you're going to have something where you need to detach from something or someone that isn't helping out your situation so that you can rebalance. Okay, this could even be, the something could be even a spiritual belief, a creative project, an idea. Okay, so it doesn't have to be something so physical as a thing. You know, it doesn't have to be a job or a person. It doesn't have to be that. It could be even just as big as like letting go of a belief that no longer serves you. Okay, either way, the adjustment is there, right? The adjustment that's required, detaching. So when those fall out right underneath that like that with a clear answer, that's your answer, Pisces. Detaching is the adjustment that's required. Now, what is it that you need to detach from? That is going to be different for each Pisces. However, it's validated here with moving on. Letting go of something and just moving on. Not even having a worry about it because it's time. You know, you're having the emotional strength to just let go. Detach, move on. Pretty easy, simple stuff here. You know, that's a clear message for some of you that maybe have been questioning your path. You know, the 7 comes right before this, and that is our path. The path. At some point, the 7 of Cups, you decided, you know, this isn't really worth it. All of these options and these things, I'm just not interested. So you're moving on. You're just moving on. Okay? Really cool that's, you know, it doesn't maybe always feel so cool, right? I say that because I'm not currently going through this feeling, but I say that it's good to detach, because then you can really feel good and make room for the best that's coming for you. When we are able to balance, we get the best, you know, and we get what's good for us, and we get to retain that happiness and that moderation. Okay, which brings us now to this. This is temperance. This is moderation, balance. And what is this? Scales. Justice scales. Balance. Libra energy. Okay, so Pisces, with these 2 major arcanas coming up, this is a huge message for you to balance your scales. Wherever you're giving too much or receiving too much or not getting the reciprocation or whatever is not being balanced in your life needs to be balanced in order for you to move forward. That is the adjustment. You know, there has to be that detached, moving on, and balancing self. And if you don't know what that is right now, the message is to heed your dreams, because you're going to get the answer there. Wherever it is that you're feeling helpless and hopeless, that's what you need to detach from, okay? Because this is that moderation, okay? I didn't touch much on that, but it absolutely aligns with this card. You know, everything I said about this card really aligns with this card. It's just at a higher level. It's at a higher level of understanding in a different chakra. Okay, when we get this temperance, it's that trust. It's the trust of the walk away. It's the trust of the balancing of scales. It's the trust of being in a balanced state. Trust of walking away. And the way we can definitely determine what's not serving us is wherever we feel helpless and hopeless. You know, those feelings that we get, they're indicators of where we may not be on path. So again, the 7 comes before the 8th. The 8th, which is our path. 8 is our strength. Do you have strength, Pisces, to move through this? Absolutely you do. You are not helpless and you're not hopeless, and those aren't the experiences that you're doomed for. You know, if you're able to detach and move on, you're able to move on away from this desolate area where you're feeling helpless and hopeless, and move on to a more richer life, a more joyful kind of life that is really, you know, in line with what you want. But you have to let go of something to make room for this. How do you make room for that next piece, which is the 9? You know, this is the wands here. This is wands energy. This is passion. Where does your passion lie, Pisces? Because maybe what you're doing right now isn't in line and there's adjustments needed. You know, if you're doing something that just doesn't feel so good and you're feeling helpless and hopeless sometimes about it, maybe it's time to look at it and see if it's keeping you in balance and if it's just time to detach and move on. Okay, that's sometimes a really hard message to absorb, Pisces. I absolutely understand. I've been through it before. Let's get some clarifying cards and see if we can just really validate some of these feelings that are in front of me, because they can be definitely some hard feelings for a lot of you. And with this, Pisces moon, and you being a Pisces, you're going to feel this on a whole nother level. This balancing and this detaching, this isn't just one day deciding that, you need to detach from something that's so minuscule and unimportant in your life. No, this is detaching from something that is, either ingrained in you culturally, or something that you've believed in for a long time, or just even a person, right? That person that's keeping you off balance, that's making you feel helpless and hopeless. So these are clear signs that there's adjustments needed. And if you're experiencing that, Pisces, the advice is to heed your dreams. So definitely, if this is an excuse for you to get extra sleep around the full moon, do it. Stay in. Rest. Heed those dreams. Okay, what do we got flying out here? Okay, we have Page of Swords, and we have, 8 of Wands. Or 9 of Wands, I'm sorry. 9 of Wands, and that's funny because that's realizing that you're done with a burden, Pisces. Something just really hasn't really brought you any joy anymore. It was fun when you started. It really was. But the fact that that card came out twice, yep. My readings are always synchronistic. That's how you know we're on point. We get a lot of double cards around here. Oh, yeah. And right as I say that, we get this. That's so funny. And then Justice. Again, getting those cards that definitely validate what's already on the table. Okay, so let's start here. Page of Swords is starting with some new communication, new truth, new ideas, and maybe just having a new outlook on the situation. While you're detaching from this, recognize what you're starting too, the new idea, the new truth that you're moving forward with, Pisces, because when these adjustments happen, it changes something in our mind, right? It changes the way we feel, it changes the way we perceive things. So recognize, you are going through and forward with something, with a new truth, and that may make it more palatable, I don't know how to say that, when you detach. Make it easier to swallow, I guess is what I was trying to say. It may make it easier for you to accept when you know that it's your new truth. When you know that this is how it's going to be because this is how you feel and this is what you know and this is where your power is in your mind, then it may be easier for you to detach and recognize that this is for the best for you. This freedom. That's that spreading that wings feeling that the 2 gives us, because we already know. When we get a 2, we know. You know right away what it is you need to detach from, Pisces. There's no question. As soon as I said you need to detach from something, an image popped in your mind of exactly what that is. And when you can move forward with that new truth and be confident that you're being guided because you were guided to this message to validate what you were feeling, boom, right there. You know what it is you need to detach from. And it's big. It's not something small. And with this 8 of Cups coming up, with this 9 of Wands, this is a burden. He's finally realized, I've been building this fence forever. I'm tired of it. This is not fun. This was fun when I first started because it was an endeavor that I chose and I was excited and it was new. Yeah, I'm pretty bored with it. I've received all my knowledge. I've learned from it. I've gained new tools, new self. But it's time to walk away from this. Time to walk away because it no longer serves my purpose. It no longer works with my goal and my plans and this new person that I am. So that's definitely this 9 of Wands, validating the walk away, the move on, right? The letting go, because you're just done with it. You're just done with that, and it's just not serving you anymore, and you already know what it is. And you're ready to walk away, and that's why it's detached, You just have to do the process then. Do the actual walk away. All right. Now we have 14 coming up here. And this is that next level of the Justice card, which was right there, you know, that's that Justice card right there. This is that next level, you know, this is that moderation and recognizing that when you walk away, you're actually balancing yourself. Okay, the Eight of Cups came up here, and it came up right next door in a totally different deck. So that's huge validation for you, Pisces, that walking away and moving on is absolutely something that you can do right now, you know, if you're ready. All of these messages always come through to us to question if we're ready. If we're not, hey, this opportunity will come back around for you when you're ready. But right now, this is asking you if you're ready to have moderation and gain that balance that you truly want in your life. You know, we all want to feel that lovely balance, you know, so that we can feel the joy at the same time of feeling our abundance and gratitude and really, you know, experiencing life in the way that it's meant to be experienced, you know, with the lessons, but with the perception of knowing that it's a lesson. You know, this is trusting. Trusting. This is the moon. Trusting the moon. Trusting your intuition. When we get Temperance, it's all about trust. Trusting the walk. Trusting the walk away. So big, big validation right there for moving on for you, Pisces. Huge. Now we have Helpless and Hopeless coming up here. And what I find really interesting is then we have Justice coming up again. Okay? And Justice is validating this card. But look at this. See how balanced this looks, but how unbalanced this person feels with the Helpless and Hopeless. It's all about that karma and grabbing that new truth. You know, there's that truth. When you can balance your scale and walk forward with your new truth and no burdens on your back, you've walked away, you're going to feel that solid abundance, and you're really going to recognize your own strength, Pisces, and the strength you had all along. But this that you've been going through, you know, this tediousness, this passion that ended up not being so passionate, and all of the stuff that you've gone through to make you walk away with lessons learned, karma, okay? When we have Justice, it's all about that karmic cycle. It's all about balancing. It's all about truth. And moving forward with new truth and balance, oh man, that's going to be really good for you, Pisces. So trust. You know, trust that this is what's meant to be. And heed your dreams. Definitely go inside and take a nappy around this full moon and get into those dreams. Try to record them as soon as you wake up so you can analyze them and see what they're trying to tell you. Because when the adjustments are required to detach and move on, you're going to really want to hone in on that so that you can get into this next level. This is a lot of end of cycle feelings, 8s and 9s. Okay, lots of 8s and 9s and 11s. So definitely something closing up, and you need to make room. Balance out and make room. Grab that truth. Thank you so much, Pisces, for watching. I definitely appreciate it. And if you haven't subscribed already, please, please, please do that. I'm definitely trying to grow my channel, and from everything I've learned and read, that I guess you have to have a lot of subscribers. So let's do it. Let's build it and share all this amazing energy with everybody. I am going to be fixing my audio again. Oh my gosh, I'm having such a problem with microphones. I don't even know. So I will keep working on my end of producing the good content. And if you don't mind subscribing, it helps me. And if you want to get updates on when I'm going to post again, you know, my new videos and all the new content, definitely hit the bell button, because then that will just let you know, hey, Dragonfly Wisdom has posted a video. So that'll remind you when I'm posting, and I am trying to post around, you know, the moon cycles and monthly cycles. However, if they fall really close together, I may combine them. I'm not sure yet. So we'll see how that goes. Again, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you around September 28th when I do the next set of readings. Take it easy.